That's not what we heard last weekend, though, on Tier 1 stage. Let's be real here.
No, I mean, like, for Split 3 specifically, right? Because I think we kind of expect, like, different levels of, I guess, like, performance of this agent. Because if I just, like, contain it into Split 3, that was not been super good.
No, but for some reason, Team RRQ, you know, managed to make it work. Crazy guy, to be exact, on that particular agent. So, you know, perhaps this might be the crazy guy effect, or could it be an allegation where they're just Tejo merchants? Who knows, right?
True. I mean, it is a high responsibility, and at this point, like, high execution, question mark, agent to play, just because his timing's a bit stricter. You know, the Salvo has really experienced quite a number of nerfs, and for good reason, too. There was a time where it was just Tejo everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us really enjoyed that.
The spike.
No, no one really did. Regardless, coming into here, it's leaning heavily toward B on this pistol. It's Fancy United waiting for the right timing. I like this crossfire that Team Secret is doing. Quick to reposition as well, so that breaks the crossfire, pushes Team Secret Academy back. And they're gonna try and rally through mid. Interesting.
Well, they pulled a lot of attention here in Team Secret Academy. I'd have to retake this from mid, as you mentioned. Fancy's already quite aware of that potential. There is a trip available and two pairs of eyes looking at this. This could get messy.
This could, as yes I can. Unfortunately for him, cannot land those shots, but White Cat and Zuka can, though, for two. In fact, for this guy coming through, Ficio tag, Parsco Field will be the one to steal away his life, and Cute, you're all alone here, not for long. I am really loving what Team Secret is doing here. Team Secret Academy, excuse me. Coming in through B, those crossfires are great. Quick to rotate through mid as well, and just really catching it. Fancy United off guard.
So yeah, like the Tejo win rate in Southeast Asia is about 45%.
Huh?
I had to double check.
Pretty high, no? That's a lot higher than
I don't know, like it's okay, but I think this is where I can kind of say that the agent is in a good spot, because if it was above 55, it'd be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
If it was below 40, it'd be pretty awful too. Actually, 42 is already kind of like not
so
super
high.
good.
Yeah. Team Secret Academy is doing great work. Lots of control onto the orbs as well. They managed to really get that. Now, Fancy, all eyes onto mid side here. I mean, we want to see this eco round win to just really help them snowball forward, especially if you lose that first round. I think throughout the entirety of this stage on Tier 1 as well, especially in BC Pacific, we're seeing a lot of these round 2 wins from ecos.
True. I think everybody is just trying to adjust to certain rhythms here, because they know some teams tend to play a bit more passive. They're like, okay, well, they don't have a lot of the weaponry you kind of expect them to have, or they're not willing to risk the future economy for, you know, just scraping by a round win. And I feel like some teams kind of relax just a little bit when they have these anti-eco rounds. Fancy doesn't look like they're experiencing that. They're still very diligent, but this B-side take is going to be incredibly difficult with all this agility.
Oh, Parsco Field not only catches the drone, but also 2 kills in between before White Claw rotates over. White Cat, 2 picks, make it 3. No, Parsco Field is there to steal that away. A flawless and a 2-man side hold only. So that eco win, it'll be taken away. Team Secret Academy. Want to see whether or not they can snowball off this bonus as well. I'm really excited to see this, because Parsco Field just now, what I really liked about him is the fact that he focused on the kill first before worrying about that drone.
Yeah, I think he was also aware that with just weaker weapons, Fancy just doesn't have enough volatility to push him out of that. And, you know, Team Secret Academy
This goes here.
are now up 2 rounds. They have 2 Vandals. Fancy have to respect that. Fancy trying to layer a lot of their utility on these hits, but this is going to be the first semi-gun round. A lot of space already being taken away by Team Secret Academy, crawling towards A here. But we do have Yes I Can aware of this possibility.
He already heard the Prowler, so that should ring a lot of alarm bells as well, as he knows it's going to be 3 people waiting on him. Maybe a slight suspicion, perhaps. But look at mid-side here. They've pushed all the way up onto Boba here. Twilight might be able to find Parsco Field. And he does. The better weaponry wins it for him as well, but he does take a bit of damage. But it does allow them access to the site. White Cat's timing here is so good. He sprays around here, but unfortunately for him, a bit too greedy. Should have been a little bit more patient with that first hit there. Trying to hit a moving Neon is probably not the play.
Void Reaven Prodigy. Backline ready to do some damage here. It does look like they might just concede this and keep their economy intact. Good call. Fancy still incredibly healthy here. They do have a lot of utility that they managed to save. Now, I like the vision there by Team Secret Academy, because if that worked out, then they would have potentially boxed in Fancy, forced them into a little bit of a funnel. But bonus round going in the way of Fancy. Not too crazy. I do like the fact that you highlighted that teams are getting a bit more savvy when it comes to these lesser weapons. Why are they double dipping though? I don't know about this.
They really wanted to take away from that to the next round. And he does deal 2. Some damage, but still not enough to really make a super big dink either. So yeah, there's that. I would have loved for Team Secret Academy to be able to retain those 2 guns. Those are very big rifles. I think it was a Guardian and a Vandal.
That would have helped them maybe get that operator online sooner if they managed to keep this intact. But hey, 2 more frags to Lloyd Reeves' name should push him just a tad bit closer to the Rolling Thunder here. Fancy yet again look to put some pressure towards mid, maybe bait out a reaction on Team Secret Academy, although I would assume Team Secret Academy is going to be a bit more passive this time around, especially with that flub, with that kerfuffle from the previous round.
A lot of pressure sent toward Team Secret Academy onto mid side here, so they're not in a position to really challenge for this mid-side space, but I don't think it's a problem. They have a nice cross setup as well for top mid, so for the time being, they could just still wait and see.
I mean, there is a lot of round to play. A minute still left on the clock, and Fancy, they're kind of balled up towards tiles here. They're looking to maybe find themselves towards this operator. Oh, White Cap, he's in danger.
He is in danger. In fact, he's out of the way with that op here. Wants to go for another pick up as Bucute was waiting for him. Well, there's one problem off the area as well. Not a lot of sight hold now, not thanks to the op being taken away. Bucute, he's not done. We've seen a lot of our very aggressive Neons, and I would love to see more here. A nice little flash spray around, and Suka somehow wins it despite that flash.
Bring them down.
Sense of the Prowler doesn't catch anyone quite yet. The rest of Fancy United just gonna place themselves away from the site, leaving only the Tejo on top. Gets the Paranoia down. The Haunt finds nothing, but Log does get seen. Prodigy quick to take him out. And Parsco Field as well. A great recovery coming in from Team Secret Academy. They may have lost 1 round there, but the recovery is great in the next.
Fancy still have a decent economy coming into this one. I think they're gonna have at least 3 main rifles here. Yes, I can, and Minlong might just have to work with a Guardian or something of that caliber. But Team Secret Academy, like you said, great recovery, especially after losing White Cat early. I thought for sure that there should have been some sort of leverage with that operator being dropped, but once again, Team Secret Academy, this is a team that's been in such a great stride.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I'm more excited about the fact that, you know, you had Twilight flash out for your teammates, but somehow it's Suka that comes up on top despite everything.
Big double kill to swing the round in their favor and give Team Secret Academy yet another avenue for momentum. And it does look like they've adjusted their spacing here towards the defense. It does look like they still want to repeat this operator play here. I wouldn't be surprised if Fancy are aware of this. But White Cat, he really wants to fight. He is not deterred whatsoever from that previous engagement.
Look at him. He's just hoping to see White Cat push out there. And if he does, this is an off angle that Milog is going to be able to abuse. Oh, I got a heart attack there for a second. That was very suspenseful, Raph. Regardless, here comes the overdrive and everyone making a beeline does not want anything to do with it. But Milog looking to chase out here for White Cat. Gonna throw out the shot and it does hit onto White Cat and he'll be punished for going a bit too aggressive for his own good. They have a full site A hold here, but my question is whether or not Team Secret Academy is going to be able to recover like they did on the last round. This time around, Suka prepping for that Nightfall could spell doom, especially since he does have one more Prowler to work with. His teammate's going to set his team up for success. Night Melt falls. Here comes the Market, the Haunt, everything else in between. And Prodigy opens it up for 2, in fact, taking advantage of the loss of sound. Moves over the side. Midlove does steal away 1 life, but no more than that. And Team Secret Academy are still on a rampage.
I was just about to say, I feel like people are underestimating how important it is to capitalize the deafen effect of Nightfall, and Suka once again the hero of that round to really enable the rest of his team to flood in. Now, Fancy, they might just be thinking of taking a little bit more space towards the defender side of A after those 2 rounds they lost. And other than that, Team Secret Academy, you see that prowess in their initiative to take fights, giving Fancy a little bit of trouble here. First eco round, we've also seen quite a few thrifties in the last split, not just in our scene, but in tier 1 scene as well.
Somebody take away the op from White Cat's hand, man. He's been punished so many times wherever he goes with that op. Feel for the guy, man.
It's also a bad omen to lose a lot of value from that operator, especially with the sheriff trying to duel you. I like that confidence by Abuki, but maybe, just maybe, White Cat has to consider something else. Maybe they want to position him more passively and maybe have a little bit more support. But yet another eco hit towards B. Far Schofield ready to receive.
Double trips as well as a cage for him to move away from that site. So he spot out a TP as well. But they're just gonna disregard everything, rush onto that site. No one getting onto the trips either, so he's not gonna be able to find that value that he really needs. Doesn't really matter though. When in doubt, press M1. That's exactly what Lloyd did. Flashes all around here, as well as a lot of other util, but still haven't really been able to break onto the site here. The Paranoid comes out, the Steel Garden as well, but Suka knows exactly where to spray. Twilight cannot hold on. In the end of Boba here, Suka still gets one to his name despite everything alongside Prodigy. Has to land the crucial headshot, but Parscofield denies that. Milog here all alone, looking to just play off time. The double swing may be too much to deal with despite all of his efforts. And Team Secret Academy deny a thrifty from Fancy United.
I think Fancy was still investing that Armageddon there, but they already got the plan down. They got some credits to work with. That should have been enough. I'll go for the more conservative call here. Now they're allowed to have maybe a bit of an aggressive play here. Armageddon plus from the shadows could potentially be pretty good. But once again, those are 2 ults that prove it to be a bit inconsistent, some of these set play rounds. Either way, Team Secret Academy, man, they have been so good. They've been so sharp on everything. They've been flooding the side.
So good.
Exactly. They've been on it, for the lack of a better term.
Look at this off angle he's playing. Unfortunate for him, he gets splashed. He antied it, but he wasn't really quick enough to reposition himself here. And Parscofield, he walks up to the plate, steals away 1, and it's enough. A Team Secret Academy, you cannot do more than that. Trades out quickly by PCO and Lloyd. Disgusting headshot coming through. Rolling Thunder used onto mid, and Prodigy is just quick to just capture all of these frags. But unfortunately for everyone, yes I can, just sharper. And there's a reason why this guy has been competing for as long as he can.
I was about to say that White Cat could have been the sacrificial lamb again. These last few rounds that they've been winning has been off of a recovery of White Cat losing an early duel. This time it's Fancy really running it down and getting that numbers advantage into play. I was about to say, when are they going to convert on that? They've had this extra body to work with for so long, for so many rounds, and yet they just missed the mark.
Cover going out.
I mean, like you mentioned before, right, for White Cat, he likes to play aggressive angles, aggressive holds with that op. And I think this is being read so well by Fancy United. A lot of off angles are being seen. So he's not being able to find that value from it as well. Regardless, the camera gets taken down and White Cat decides to go aggressive. Rushes through, headshot onto BQ, and this time around, he dips him. choice they
Spike
aim for
down
is
mid.
trouble before being shut down. But Fancy United throw everything, still manage to kill their own. And Ficio,
Oh,
he's
no.
sharp, challenges Prodigy, wins out his fight.
There's no available rifle for Suka to take here, especially with the Razor Vine blocking his mobility. Our Schofield still has the neural theft, so if there's a stray pick here, that could be valuable information. But Fancy United, they have regrouped towards the spike. It does look like A is something that they want to occupy and potentially refill. Our Schofield, he might be thinking of a lurk here, but it might be smarter. Just stick with your teammate. Try to take this 2v3 clean.
It's a nice high-low as well if they set to play it, but no, they're gonna try and play onto the site itself. They're just picking to clear out these areas. Now, this dimensional drift is
30
going to be
seconds
such a problem, pointing out all the members of Team Secret Academy here. Spots out one, but not the other here, but Suka is alone, steals away a headshot, runs away, but the shotgun play, I call it the something signature, takes away Suka's life. And suddenly, it's just Parko's field alone. Doesn't matter, they don't want to take
There's
a fight.
timing.
They make a
10
beeline, yep,
seconds
all
left.
the way onto that site. But Yes I Can catching Parsco Field in the mid of rotating. And I have to say, Yes I Can has been winning all of these crucial duels.
Definitely, especially at these longer angles where he's been so nasty with the Vandal. We see Whitecap get immediate value with the rifle plus the overdrive. I think this is something that they would want to keep going to. The operator seems like it's been
10 seconds left.
just a mismatch for them at this point in time. And right now, Fancy United are only 2 rounds behind. They're also very close to pushing this economy to its limit. Our Schofield still has a Guardian that,
Shadows.
when discovered, Fancy are forced to respect.
Fancy United are starting to build on this momentum. It felt like they were kind of quiet in the first few rounds, but now they've seemed to really heat up. Once again, they're going to put a bit more pressure onto mid, and it leaves a lot of question marks for Team Secret Academy on where to rotate, where to go, where to hold.
Does look like they're still a bit more mid-centric here. They don't want any of the Fancy members
Portal
to
closed.
maximize that mobility. I mean, they do have the Yoru, which is just by nature such a slippery agent. They can. Has a little bit of help from his teammate to get rid of that Prowler. Remains undiscovered. Once again, everything is in a bit of a crawl here. Team Secret Academy, they could potentially rotate fast with all these players here. But I doubt that Suka's gonna survive long enough if he chooses to linger.
Yeah, he's just sent out his spawn instead just to stall for the time being. But still, Boo Cute doesn't really matter about everything. Still rushes through, but the flash comes out. It just delays them from pushing through. And somehow he does still, walk onto the thorns. As Twilight falls, it's a
30
nice
seconds
spray,
left.
but Boo Cute should quickly shut down White Cat in this corner. But Ficio, what is this? He made it look like
Last
Aim
player
Labs in this
standing.
corner as well. Lloyd Dream does run away with 1 kill, but no more than that as Midlog. He steals away lives with his Guardian.
Fancy capitalize on a very important round here while maintaining those huge fighting ultimates. They still have Steel Garden as well as Armageddon in their back pockets if they want to just have that much more insurance on these next few rounds. I do want to highlight Suka's been getting not just like utility value, but as well as like these frags going his way, along with some great shots. And like you said, there was some very aim trainer moments there. Quick timeout here by Team Secret Academy to get their bearings straight. Now, one thing about these younger teams, Sash, they can get discombobulated very quickly when things aren't going their way.
Oh yeah, completely agree with you. It just feels like somehow for Team Secret Academy, they felt a little bit more aggressive. They felt super confident in the beginning of the game, yes. But as soon as that shutdown comes through, White Cat hasn't seemed to find his bearings. Regardless, I know that one of the players from Team Secret Academy, you can see the little patch on his head there. He's actually sick today. Honestly, I saw his tweet and I thought to myself, whoa, he's sick today? You mean you're actually sick at aiming, right? But I did it because auntie things.
Ill.
No, it's like this. It's like this, okay? Hey, Raph, you're sick.
Yes, I'm also quite vulnerable to disease. My immune system is not very good.
Me too.
Either way, we're still seeing these players perform to the best of their capability. Team Secret Academy, I didn't realize they still also have such a healthy amount of ultimates to work with here. Although it does look like they're gonna be a bit more passive towards mid now. They will, however, send a few of their players just to scout out any A contact. Fancy once again They lured over this portion of the map. They could actually have a free walk up here if Lloyd Dream doesn't get a frag. Ooh.
For real. Fancy United still doesn't really want to change up the way they play. In fact, they even walked up to dip and still didn't get punished for that at all. White Cat this time around still in a very aggressive position. Now, I'm not a big fan of this position, mostly because you don't really have that TP out, a gate crash moment, you know? You can run away, yeah, but you're still very, very vulnerable here.
Fancy is really doing such a good job of trying to identify where the pressure is coming from or where most of the utility is leaning. And I think for the most part, they've been pretty good this time.
Yep. Sets up the site for success, fast lane used, and a TP to the backside as well. But Twilight gets tagged by everything and still does not go down, not able to play off his utility here. And there's a TSA Academy decides to play it passive. Waits in the corner, sends out that flash. Suka is great with the opening, but Twilight goes for two. Lordream does get a pick off with his utility, but Twilight is just going ham and nuclear, completely overrunning the rest of Team Secret Academy and managing to equalize the score.
My goodness, I did not see Twilight stand still in that entire round. He was just swinging everything and taking a lot of space. I think Team Secret Academy, they were a little surprised on how quickly that B site fell. But we did see a lot of utility leaning towards the site. The tripwires were there. Everybody was ready to be reactive. But like you said, the Steel Garden came in at the perfect time. Everybody was just so tender. Everything is tied up now. And Fancy have a very realistic chance of taking the lead away, potentially building something of their own here.
Real. Sprays are good on top mid here. Fancy United look to quickly find their way into the area. The door closes as well, so it does give them a bit of breathing room to walk up onto the top mid as well without getting crossfired.
At the very least, Team Secret have somewhat conditioned Fancy to be a bit more wary of mid. But I think right now they're just waiting for the ample amount of information on where they can, or actually when they can start pushing out. Because the big pushes that we saw them do were heavily punished. And B, once again, looks like it's Fancy's prime target.
Gotta go! Door's good! For real. Here comes the fast lane onto that side. Just really keeps that cutter onto it. A good cute all the way to backside. What a shot! Straight into Prodigy. But Twilight is good for two, despite Lloyd Dream's efforts. Gets that plant. The 2v4. High mountains to climb as White Claw does make their way onto the site, but no shotgun kills for you. Fancy United denies it.
Last round before the switch.
They are hooking up a storm here in Team Secret Academy despite the timeout. Still haven't recovered from that haymaker. A little dazed and really not looking as sharp on these retakes. If you look at these last 3 rounds versus the first 3 rounds of this game, looks like we're looking at a completely different team. The swings and just the trade potential just isn't there. Full buy though on our Academy team side with so much to work. Wow.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, White Claw, White Cat, excuse me, is the one to open this up onto Milog quickly. But he's looking to challenge. No, beautiful force back here. A relay bolt sent up. And suddenly, who's on attack and who's on defense? Suka tries his best to keep the rest of the team at bay. Yes, I can get caught out here. White Cat does get dropped eventually by Bucute. Playing this corner to perfection before finally going down to Prodigy. Twilight trying to play these angles one by one. A double swing here. Lloyd Dream wins one, but still 2 more to worry about. He's really low. And Parscofield, the right click to the face is how he ends this round? That is crazy. And despite everything, this very back and forth, this game, the halftime, will be a 6-6.
Wow. Interesting first half here.
Switching sides.
Although I would want to say Team Secret Academy might just have a better time on the attacking attach, because when they do start leading the dance, it doesn't seem like they're the ones to
Last player standing.
get the first misstep here.
But Fancy United managed to bring us back to a 6-6 somehow.
I'll find you.
That they do. And I would want to see if my theory was correct. If Team Secret Academy were better on this attacking side.
Oh yeah.
Fancy, they
Cutting
might...
through.
That second half
To suppress.
thing, right? Curse? Would you call it a curse? I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a curse, but I don't know. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna go with this, honestly.
Regardless,
Is it
here
a curse?
you're seeing Bucube taking a more aggressive stance, but he's not very shy to move away when stunned. But he still double dips, walks up, takes a lot of damage for his over aggression here.
Oh no, he got chunked. Might not be able to stay for too long here.
Really bolt out here, and White Cat takes advantage of that moment of a weakness as Milog somehow managed to run away with two. One of them was a kill from the salvos. Checks the corner, no, he doesn't here. The crossfire together. Lloyd Dream at least takes one away, but he's so low, up against two. It might be a much to deal with. He only has one flash as well. It's a high-low as well. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to isolate this fight, but he still tries. The fault line is on line. Still gets one isolated kill. Where is the other? Ficio going to send out that flash. He antis it, but still not enough time to really get that crucial kill.
I like the idea there, and I like the judgment call. Actually just waiting out that fault line. It could have gone either way here. Both players are super low. But yeah, it did look really messy. I'm not entirely sure how White Cat, or actually it was Prodigy, how he got caught out by the salvo there. But this pistol round is a healthy sign for Fancy. I think early on, they got, I would want to say like dropped convincingly, but this time they're a bit more feisty. I would say that is a crazy hunt. I still don't know how to do that one.
Me too, man. Me too. Regardless here, from inside the smoke, Ficio! What the heck is that? Sprays through, finds Sparkle Skill's head. And in fact, they're just waiting for this fast lane to fall. He's not done. When in doubt, press M1, I guess.
True. Remember, it's a shooting game. If you have a problem with the other player, shoot him in the face. In game, obviously.
The flash comes out and Ficio not at all deterred. They have a nice crossfire here and Lloyd Dream out in the open, stuck in an island where no one could get him.
One enemy remaining.
Just playing this off angles. Yeah, really strong right now.
Team Secret Academy are looking mighty disjointed. I know it's not a full buy round or any upgrades are being thrown their way, but you know, regardless of what weapons they should have had, the trade should have been there, or there should have been some sort of safety net, but they got picked off so quickly. It didn't help that they got destroyed, even if they had that early haunt play, right? And now, full on gun round. They still have a stinger on Lloyd Dream. Fancy have to be a bit more careful now. They can't really replicate that same type of aggression from the previous round.
Oh no, Bucube this time around gets completely shut down by White Cat. This is interesting because this was the same story we saw for White Cat last game. Twilight does still try to put in a bit of damage through, but he's not able to do more than that. In fact, he's the one who takes in a bit of damage throughout everything.
Drone is down.
Oh, stealth drone finds a target. The suppress doesn't come out. I don't know if they should be brute forcing this elbow push.
There's a lot of people here on two balls as well. Ficio gets one, but Prodigy goes nuclear here as he and Parsco to completely clean up house. But Prodigy is low. They only have to worry about one person here. So yes, I can, but we have seen some insane shots coming from this guy.
He also has a Bulldog. Doesn't really have the choice to upgrade a weapon here, but still a very respectable gun in the clutch. 3v1 though. It's not looking too good. Positions are quite safe.
Ooh, there we go. Great headshot, great opening onto Prodigy. Still another two more to worry about. But he's so low right now. With only 5 HP to work with. What's your call here? Gonna try and come in from another different part of that site. But I think it shouldn't be too hard. Time is ticking. Try and steal away a gun? No. Suka quickly denies him of that chance.
Man. That is... Actually, that was a pretty decent bonus round for Fancy. I just realized that although they didn't stop the plant, they still managed to find, I think, 3 members here.
One enemy
and this scramble really could have gone either way. It could have been disastrous. They were waiting for maybe an extra piece of utility to be invested. This didn't come. Now, Fancy and Team Secret Academy are going to have the first real gun round of the half. Still no main rifle on the side of Lloyd Dream. He'll have to work with this Bulldog. Once again, Team Secret Academy, the aggressors towards mid. They really want to take space. And Fancy, they respect it. They kind of fall back onto the side here, which I feel like is the biggest difference, right? Like, Team Secret Academy on that defense, it did feel like for a while they were overstaying their welcome.
Completely agree with you on that. This time around, Team Secret Academy playing that same game Fancy United played on that first half, putting a bit more pressure down mid, did show a bit of presence, but Fancy United this time around, they don't want to answer. In fact, playing more toward the site itself.
Still looking for some sort of weakness to exploit here as Team Secret Academy. But they're also taking a chunk, if not a loss, entirely in this slower default. But now they have to worry about Twilight either re-aggressing or potentially setting up a trap play here. And Team Secret Academy, again, they look a little disjointed. They're not really in the position to trade for each other, barring these three in the middle.
There we go. We love on the backside. White Cat and Suka double swings forward, gets two. There's spray, there's their flash, but it doesn't really matter because they're just gonna wait out the util to go off. The flash comes out here from the backside. The rest of the team quickly flooding through, and Fancy United looking to try and choke here. Top side and jump from Lloyd Dream was a mistake, and so does White Cat. Pascal Phil and Suka, they recover so well. 10 seconds to go, and they get this plant. Boo Cute, you have to pull off a miracle here, buddy. It's a 1v2. They rush Q through, they rush forward, gets a great opening onto Suka. They were not expecting this! And Boo Cute holds! And Pascal Field, oh man, he dared to peek that and was punished for it as well.
What is we doing? We fell asleep at the wheel there, gang. What happened? They'd have the complete advantage towards B, but once again, those small moments of just autopiloting cost them quite a bit. That should have been a free plant, but a leak from Market spelled disaster. Twilight had his top prints all over this round from the early pick onto that double, and you can hear them be satisfied with how that round turned out.
Yeah, honestly, it was phenomenal how Twilight was able to play with so many parts of the map here as well. Regardless, it's been very back and forth here on the second half. And Team Secret Academy once again on this eco. Well, not a full eco at all. I mean, Pascal Phil is the only one with the rifle. We have a Bucky as well in the hands of White Cat. So I'm curious to see how exactly they're going to be playing this out. As they go through mid here, Twilight might be able to run away with a pickoff. He's been doing well at giving so much control from Market all the way till Tiles.
Wall tripped.
That is a stretcher map that really none of these players are equipped to deal with. Schofield has a Phantom, sure, but the rest of his team are so far removed from him that he might just have to bank everything on this lurk threat. Still 3 players towards mid. Team Secret Academy not letting go of this specific action. Fancy recoiling just a little bit. Now they compress. This is difficult for Team Secret Academy still.
Not really at all what to address here. They break the door and Twilight was waiting and I sprayed to the face and White Cat does get away with 1 kill. But the rest of the team, they're gonna fall quickly. It's nice crossfire. It's a mean grinder in fact for Team Secret Academy. It's just so risky for them to play like that. It seems like they don't have any idea on how exactly to execute onto the sites anymore.
I thought for sure they were probably gonna, you know, turn Lloyd Dream into, or not Lloyd Dream, Par Schofield into a turret. You know, he was the only one with a rifle, so I was kind of expecting everybody to set that up. But again, they put all their eggs on that lurk basket. Nice little find there by White Cap. Non-consequential in the long run here.
Yeah.
And Fancy, they're fired up. I think our pick'ems are in danger.
The caster curse. Massive. I mean, we talked a lot about like the timeout conversions previously about Team Secret Academy, right? But today they're really being challenged. Every time they had a good round, it's immediately getting getting read by Fancy United. And surprisingly, I am shocked to say this, but Fancy United actually look so good as a team right now. They're having insane multi-frags. They're really good at playing these off angles, and in so many situations, you expect White Cat to be able to come up on top. Cute has been diffing him in these off angles, just really shut him down so quickly.
Yeah, I think like this might sound like it's incredibly vague, but Fancy's decision making has just been overall superior. And it's been converting onto these rounds. You're not necessarily seeing them take all these risky plays. They've been just kind of reacting to what Team Secret Academy is willing to give. And with the allowance kind of exhausted, Team Secret Academy are working once again with the Humble economy. Sure, you have 3 rifles, but Whitecat just has to rely on this overdrive here, and he's completely blind too. Steel Garden being thrown in the mix.
Yeah, but the overdrive online, Milog gets a nice opening onto Lloyd Dream, and that is spelling trouble. They jump through the smokes, and somehow, yes, I couldn't see anything. Gets a right click to the face, but Milog and Fisio will try and equalize, but on the side itself, you still have Parsco Field. Gets 1 kill to his name. They get that plant onto Suka. Bucute is not afraid to make a lot of noise, and Parsco Field quick to receive. This time around, no space given, no mercy at all. Salvos used to buy a bit of space and time. Fisio catches Suka, moving out of his little corner. But still, gonna be using the Annihilation. The flash is good, and Fisio comes up on top. And despite that timeout, no conversion.
That combo is just crazy. They use the Armageddon to dislodge the post-plant player and then confirm the info with the Arcros. I like it. I like it a lot. That is some tech. Or not really tech, but that is some great coordination here. Team Secret Academy, seems like they're getting undone at the seams here. Everything's kind of falling apart. They need a breather. They've already had and have exhausted all their pauses. How do they recover from this?
I don't know. They used a lot of ultis as well that previous round. The only thing right now online left is Parsco's Field's Neural Theft. And my question is, how exactly are they going to be using this? You got that one haunt onto Halls. It does clear out hit the Bucute. But they're getting stalled so well. And Bucute is not afraid to just really come up online and completely obliterate the rest of the team. And now it's trouble. What are you gonna do here? Parsco Field was supposed to be the guy to go for those lurks, find them in the middle of their rotations, but that's not happening anymore. Good for 1, but still a big mountain to climb. It's 4 more to worry about.
It is a steep ascent. Parsco Field, we're not entirely sure if he's ready for this route. He has no choice but to take this fight. I mean, everybody's aware that he's there. He finds the low player. And that's Twilight, no flashes. 3v1 though, Tash.
Give me a corpse. Cage triggered.
Puts the cage up. Cam as well. And Fancy United, a lot of discipline here. Not trying to overpush, not allowing these isolated duels as well. A one-way comes up. He does get the mark, but a bit of cheap damage is all he can do here. He wants to cross. And all they're doing is just completely pressuring him. And he swings out into 3. Fancy United match point right now, and Team Secret Academy, this attack half is looking terrible as time goes by.
Does look like the sun is setting on their part of the world. And it just has not been a great outing for them. They looked and they started with such great discipline. But that diligence just kind of faded as the rounds passed by. And Fancy, they're doing such a great job of just abusing what Team Secret is giving. And, you know, Team Secret Academy, not really too far behind in terms of frags, but they just can't find the space. Hello!
That is so bad. Bucute walks up, quick scope, and suddenly one member is gone. That's bad. On top of that as well, it's Prodigy, your Suzu. You don't want to lose him this early.
Get the camera. They're still forcing this. And they're getting shredded to bits.
Yeah, Fisio managed to walk up and steal away too. Lloyd Dream does eventually shut him down though. But the lack of bodies is going to be a problem for Team Secret Academy right now. On top of that as well, you do have the Neural Theft online, so he does have a bit of an idea on where exactly to clear. But despite all the bodies and ideas, they're still going to try to go to A, and somehow they've still managed to bait this rotation from Fancy United.
Oh. Either way, Fancy have a pretty reasonable advantage to work with here. Bucute might just have to post up sooner than the others to get a little bit of value on this op. He's not going to find Lloyd Dream crossing. But at the very least, there is going to be a quick response as soon as the spike goes down.
30 seconds left.
Dimensional Drift is online, and this is doing numbers and wonders for Fancy United. Spots out 2 of the players exactly on that site. Comes online. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Moves back here. Yes, I can. Great opening. Parsco Field wins his, but not against the op. And Fancy United, there's a reason why they took 2 of the favorites down, and they take Sunset.
That was supposed to be the map the Team Secret Academy defend coming into play for TSA. See if that's gonna find a bit of value. White Cat has been very aggressive. We've seen him be the most forward player on Team Secret Academy, and maybe them starting on attack
Yeah.
might just dictate the pace of this map to be in their favor.
There are a lot of questions I have here. I mean, you know, there's a lot of question marks I have, mostly because this roster of Fancy United, we haven't seen them play on this map yet. And this is their map pick. My question is, what exactly are they cooking on this attack side? As the one playing attack first or choosing to play attack first will be Team Secret Academy.
Team Secret Academy is pretty good on Haven too, so if we ever get to that point, then this could be a real problem for Fancy. But as we mentioned, they have yet to prove themselves on this map. Fancy remaining very disciplined and very still. Look at that. Look at all this utility just ready to receive on B long. And Team Secret Academy, they just don't want any part of that. Go somewhere else.
They're going to use a lot of already the utility as well as their bullets just to break that wall. Yeah, because this wall is so annoying to break, especially on pistol. And number two, it also shows where you're going to be headed. Your presence will definitely be noted here. And Fancy United, you can tell that Milog's just ready to TP whenever something comes through. Throws at the net, catches two in fact. But somehow Lloyd opens it up alongside Suka. It's a pinch play gone bad if you ask me, but they still managed to get down that spike.
They got a splinter on their thumb. And these last two defenders, I'm not entirely sure if they can make anything out of it.
Last player standing.
Never mind.
Yeah, he has managed to really slice that pie and get to run away with it as well. Yes, I can is alone, but this drive-through, Lloyd Dream tried to make it happen, but still managed to chunk down Yes, I can to only 10. They just spray through his smokes, throws out a net, jumping through, finds no one. So he is somewhere around, but where can he be? Nice headshot to the face for White Cat, and now the smoke dissipates. All alone here as Pascal Field was waiting for him, getting a nice little 3K. So a great recovery for this round for Team Secret Academy.
Oh, they win by the skin of their teeth. My goodness. And, you know, we're talking about how a lot of the Tier 1 teams have adopted the just overall being slick on the second round here. Maybe Fancy are going to do the same. Or not Fancy, sorry. Yeah, actually Fancy. Maybe be a bit more aggressive. Afford to lose one round just to go for the riskier play. But they were really close, to be honest, on this whistle. They were just really, really close.
They really were. This time around here, you already see Pascal Field with the Vandal in hand. You have two Guardians as well. This is a very, very, I would say, you can really tell that for Team Secret Academy, they really want to try and snowball this to the next round. Something happened on Sunset before as well, right?
Mm-hmm. I really like how the Guardian is probably one of the most scalable weapons in the game. I'm surprised we don't see him, or we haven't seen Outlaws in the series. The Outlaw is just so good. Round 2 and 3, prime time Outlaw time. Now, it has kind of slowed down to a crawl, Tash. Everybody is just playing for control. Team Secret Academy, that's a lot of players they have to walk into.
Yeah, and there's one player very close there, right below of Hookah's side as well here. Not really showing their hand. A lot of util dump sent around here. Then they reflagged onto that side. I don't know if White Cat actually saw anyone quite yet, but Buku did take a lot of damage in that initial
30 seconds
execute.
They're still intact, which is important, but now Fischio could have one foot in the grave already. Prodigy not landing these shots.
Yeah, Yes I Can hit though, as White Cat and Pascal Field get one each at the very least. Prodigy holding, Pascal Field waiting as well. Headshots are true from every corner he clears. And Yes I Can left all alone to his own devices. Not going to allow any alt points to go around. He's just gonna try and go down to that spike.
Team Secret Academy looking.
They're going chasing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free orb essentially, but Pascal Field
is low. Yeah, I'm getting a bit nervous. Oh, and it does give him that gun as well, but no, he's still just gonna go down to the spike.
Gun here.
I wouldn't have been surprised if they have two bodies at the very least to, you know, ensure that yes, I can would have gone Slade, but still falls to the spike anyway. And they get two, so that's all right. But once again, my concern for Team Secret Academy is the stamina to just keep that level of awareness.
One enemy
Because we just really don't want a repeat of Sunset. They looked so good for the first 5-6 rounds, and then overall that sharpness just started dulling. You know, it looked like there was a decay effect going on their end of the game.
Parscofield is 6-1 right now. He also does have the Annihilation online. Oh, great opening onto Twilight as well, completely shutting him down early, and he didn't get any damage from that as well. Gets the flash out alongside the Dizzy, finds nothing. And the rest of Fancy United trying to find a different way to aggress, and it's going to be long control for them. TSA was waiting for it. Yep.
Spike down B.
Quickly traded, both teams one each.
Okay, well, this slow and steady pace doesn't look like it's gonna go anytime soon. But the tension is rising. You can see Fancy be a bit more open to exploring. Vishio could have a divine timing here. They're not looking. They're not looking.
Yep,
oh my goodness.
He heard everything. Refracting straight onto that side. They get on there pretty cleanly. His timing could be massive.
You can stop the
The
plan
back.
too.
Oh, there we go. Parscofield gets caught off guard. And then they stop that plan. And yes, I can from the other side. It's the meat grinder.
Oh my
But
gosh.
the saves coming in from Prodigy. Just too good. Somehow
seconds
managing to recover from that mess up. But BQ, he's gonna try as well. We've seen him win this 1v2s. Sends on D to prevent a crossfire from happening. Spots Lloyd Dream. He's gendered so low right now. Sends on the Roomba. But immediately he gate crashes out.
He's out. Oh
Some
no.
stars as
They've set
well.
up.
Yep. Lloyd Dream with 7 HP as well only. But BQ gonna try and go a bit more aggressive. Should be able to catch Lloyd Dream off guard maybe. Moves forward. Hasn't heard the footsteps quite yet. Finds Lloyd Dream. The last man standing should be in Baths. The star does pull him off here. Time is ticking. There is no time. And Prodigy, all he has to do is just walk up right now and shoot him in the face. Team Secret Academy, they convert this bonus.
There's F's in the chats. Expensive
Damn.
though. It was a really expensive bonus, but I'm sure everybody is gonna be very happy about getting, you know, that extra round on the board and just that extra cushion. I feel like if Bukyut was just a tad bit faster on that rotate, and this could have spelled doom on the side of Team Secret Academy. But again, with the patience of Prodigy and just to play off his utility like that, just being once again a bit more awake, knowing what he has and what Fancy has to do. Won them the round there. Ah man, it's not looking too good for Fancy. They do have a bunch of sheriffs. I think they won like 150 last map, right? Or they had like a good start with the Thrifty with Bukyut finding the operator. But that's pretty much it. The crawl happening here in Fancy. They will sit still.
We were just talking about that Outlaw last game, no? And this time around, Parscofield is the one to carry it in his hands. We're seeing a lot of these trends of the either the Initiators or the Sentinels to be running the Op or the Outlaws. Or the Snipers. But still, this off angle from BQ means that he's safe from those flashes, but his answer back is just quickly throw out his own nade here. But somehow, yes, I can finds a quick opening by White Cat. Quick to just equalize. Gets two, in fact, before anything else could happen.
Three still up for Fancy. They have a rifle on Bukyut, but Twilight and Minlong just don't have that luxury. Numbers are
Salvos
gonna
come
flood. Is he stuck?
No, he's fine. Hindered though, but now he's no longer in trouble. But somehow White Cat caught with util in hand. Prodigy moving around an entirety of this map. What a headshot coming in from Twilight as well. But only 2 HP left to clear him out. Lloyd Dream does just that, and Prodigy was waiting exactly where BQ might come out to be. So that's 4 in the bag for Team Secret Academy. But my question is whether Fancy United can bring it back like they did on Sunset.
I'm not convinced up until we see this like map close out, because this is exactly, or at least this was close to how Sunset started. Secret Academy, it looked like they could do no wrong. and then suddenly they get tired out, and Fancy have made the correct
My ultimate is
adjustment,
not
at
ready.
least from our point of view. Fancy this time, they could be a bit more aggressive here or prioritize the orb for Bukute. Is just one away from that showstopper.
Listening.
It does look like
Sensor
Team Secret
down.
Academy are anticipating this.
Very risky move from Mihlog just to put up his sound sensor. And Team Secret Academy putting a lot of pressure on Too Long. They know that previously Fancy United had been pushing down this area. Mihlog just waiting. Yeah, to throw out that net.
I like the patience. Fancy, they don't really have to do anything else here but survive.
There's the flash, there's the net, there's the nades, and every one of Team Secret Academy members just scatter to the wind. They cannot find any control of that B-long site.
This is a great exchange on both ends. They expend all their utility, but ultimately
Right there.
still have all their members up. Bukute, not so fortunate though,
Who's next?
in comparison to everybody else. But wow, they are committing to this.
Yep. Already knows where exactly Parsco Field is. Oh, sorry, Mihlog is waiting as well. As the decoy opens up on the site itself. Finds Yes I Can on the backside. No having to decoy yet. The jump forward here. White Cat gets caught. Lloyd Dream trades Suka as well from the corner. Before finally Vicio clears him out. But Suka's not done. Finds one for his troubles
enemy
as
remaining.
Prodigy catches one in the mid of rotation. Mihlog all alone in a 1v2. We've seen this happen way too many times. And Fancy United has been able to win
enemy
those. Suka
remaining.
finally tagged in the end. They have an idea of where Prodigy is. The Nat comes out and he dodges it, but still rushes forward. But
need
instead
to
of that
stop
star,
pulling
he's
them
pulling
in.
him out in the open. He's all
ult's
alone,
ready.
and Prodigy just lets his utility do the work.
I just realized there's just so many pieces of things to peel away on the side of Team Secret Academy. If they get that wingman plant down, then everybody is gonna be in such a good spot to just kind of annoy and defend that diffuse. It did look pretty decent at the start here for Fancy, but ultimately it's Suka finding and giving value.
Enemy remaining.
Stop pulling them in.
Again, I'm skeptic just a little bit. I'm still hoping for them to capitalize off this gigantic lead. Fancy,
Listening.
not in good terms with their economy, but could find a frag here. Oh, get stopped and executed.
God! This is terrible! The knife out as well! Parscofield, what?
Stab him. Sorry, guys, something a little primal.
The
Awakened
Tondo
there.
came out. The
Knife
Tondo
him.
came out, man. Please let me see a replay. Thank you. Because what was that? It was the net to the outlaw to a second pickoff. Then a shorty comes out. He runs out of bullets and he was like, you know what? Let me just knife him.
That's a clip and a half.
Please upload that to TikTok, man. Highlight. What's up, TikTok?
All right. Team Secret Academy looking a bit more dominant this time, especially with that eco round getting completely stuffed with that grav net. Great reaction there and great counter utility. Could have been awful for them, but Fancy a bit more well equipped. It doesn't look like this defensive strategy that they had on Sunset is finding results here on Bind.
Oh no, a lot of util dump coming online and Twilight is eager to capitalize. Prodigy and White Cat cannot do anything to stay alive. But that's okay though, you have Lloyd Dream, gets one to his name. Quick to break the utility as well to allow for Parscofield to join him in the skerfuffle.
Fake teleport.
Continues to pressure from Bath side. And Fancy have been getting a bit of mileage when they're a bit more aggressive towards that teleporter. But so far, Team Secret Academy have been avoiding that for good reason. And we see why now. 3v4. Still pretty much anybody's game, but real estate looking very good on Fancy's side.
Throwing net.
Net comes through.
30 seconds
Twilight,
left.
oh no, he's stuck. Before he could come through, Parscofield immediately punished, flashed as well. Twilight able to be
enemy
saved,
remaining.
and in fact able to peek out and run away with murder.
Spike down A.
Wow.
6 up as Team Secret Academy. Fancy finally put themselves on the board. But look at this. There is so many ultimates across the board here. We have Fishio. He does have that ult that can just be the spoil sport to everybody if they choose to reduce this to a straight up gunfight. But maybe they're gonna be a bit more reactive with it. Great
I love
recovery
the
by
fact.
Fancy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I love the fact that you can start to see Twilight come online, the previous map's MVP. He's starting to get very aggressive, he's taking up so much space as before, and he's not afraid to take these really eager fights. This could be the catalyst for this round for them as well as Fancy United. They're looking to go aggressive here. Sends a pop flash forward there. Yes, I can. Runs away with 2. Before Suka and Dash to run away and trade out Yes, I can for the time being.
They lose the Astra, so now they don't have the Cosmic Divide plus the defensive smokes to their name, but they remove the Waylay and the Deadlock. So a lot of the pacing tools that Team Secret Academy would love to have just removed from play here. It does look like they're gonna have a plant here though, Tash. So it's still looking like a possible round for them.
Smoked up CT side as well, but Twilight gonna try and just put down those missiles. The salvo's a bit too late, so he's gonna get away with it fairly cleanly. Twilight putting a bit of pressure into the smokes and where Prodigy is, so unlucky for him to be hanging on to that. In fact, they even have the Annihilation on light. They also have the Armageddon as well to work with. The Annihilation, he didn't fish anything. Vlog all alone in general, but will be able to run away with that. As Suka falls, Lloyd Dream trades Fisio to fall next. Gets the TP as well. Gets the flash, rushes forward for 2, but again, Fancy United were just ready for that swing.
Oh man. Fancy get another round on the board here. I don't want to say this too early, but there's no way this half goes 6-6 again.
They want to dance?
I doubt it. I really doubt it. Especially with everything available to Team Secret Academy that can just instantly win them the round. And I like the timing of that. You were talking about how everybody on Fancy side is getting a bit more proactive, not allowing Team Secret Academy to just set up all their executes. And it's keeping Team Secret Academy honest. But still, they have a lot to work with, Ash. If Bar Schofield can find literally anybody with that Annihilation, that should be the go signal for them to flood onto this B side, it looks like.
I have a lot of ults to work with. Lloyd Dream is just one off the dimensional drift could be massive. Unfortunate for Yes I Can, wasn't quick enough on the additional push. Does he know there's one waiting in the corner? He does not. Fisio gets away with 2, in fact, in this entire execute. And Suka almost runs away with 1. Minlog manages to get out, and in fact, Bucute swings at the right possible moment. Pascal trades. Annihilation comes online. Yes I Can, he's kidnapped. And they finally, once again, get control of the side. Team Secret Academy looking to take away control that Fisio has had in the last 2 rounds.
2v2. They still have a Cosmic Divide here if they're really looking to buy this space.
I think it's good.
Standing.
4 down.
One
That's a
enemy
4K
remaining.
already for Parscofield. Looking to find the last man. Mihlog definitely heard the footsteps as well. Throws out the net and Parscofield gets taken. He knows exactly where he is. He throws out a net as well in exchange, but it doesn't stop him from getting to half, and that's the ace for Parscofield. There's a reason why this guy is the top player for last week.
7-2. Team Secret Academy recover and absolutely destroy Fancy United in that round. Still, economy's looking pretty good here. This could have been a disaster because of Fisio, but everybody kept their heads cool. They found such an important pick with the ults. And again, Par Schofield, super sharp. I think I saw Yes I Can just let go of his mouth after he got tagged by the Annihilation, which is a completely valid reaction, by the way.
For real, the knife comes out, the dimensional drift online, Lloyd Dream taking out a lot of notes as well. The Malcolm Man is there, sends out the clone, and Fisio unfortunately chose wrong. Waits out the suppression as well. They can't really move.
Yeah, they're boxed in.
Twilight. Yep. Oh, they thought about setting on salvos, doesn't do that quite yet, but the flash comes out. And instead of fighting, they said, you know what? That flash gave us space to just TP and let's do exactly that. The 5-men stack onto A was the right choice here, but the pivot, how fast Team Secret was doing it was just phenomenal.
They hear that spike go down, and now Fancy are deciding how they're gonna retake the site. There's already a lot of fail-safes on the side of Team Secret Academy. We see Prodigy playing the long game here and could set up the stars, but there could be a brawl here towards Hookah already.
Look at the showstopper being used, and it's already being hindered because of the ultimate coming in from the waylay. The flash is good. Suka somehow managing to slice the pie to perfection as the rest of Fancy United seems stuck right now.
enemy
The
remaining.
utility, the angles, the bodies, not a lot to work with. Gets one shot to the head, and that's all. Yes, I can do.
Oh dear. Fancy shut out from that round. It looked pretty clean at the start, but with them not confirming the kill on Suka, everything just kind of ended up being incredibly messy. Suka landing a pseudo blind kill there too, as well as one more to really lock down Hookah from the retake. Made it that much easier for Team Secret to lock it down. Fancy down a lot of rounds here. Team Secret Academy, they're looking to right the wrongs of Sunset.
Dizzy comes online, and Milog's answer is just put down the net just to really delay them for just a little bit. And Fisio, despite his efforts to try and go a bit more aggressive, steal away a kill or two, cannot work. Team Secret Academy just too aware. We talked about, falling asleep at the wheel, right, Raf? It seems like they're wide awake right now, a little bit more alert of the surroundings. As BQ tries to step up to the plate, Suka completely shuts him down.
Oh my goodness. Everybody is...
One enemy remaining.
Okay, Prodigy, very funny. I got scared there for a little while, but still manages to find that kill. Yeah, I'd say Team Secret Academy are fully awake. Maybe they just had the map 1 jitter, which is a normal thing. Now, if Minlong is gonna clutch this out, that'd be crazy, but just is not to be. He gets turned into 3.
Turned into
Last round in the half.
I have to say, I'm really liking the executes coming out from Team Secret Academy. They look so cohesive compared to last map. They're playing together. The double swings are just so good. They have a lot of nice crossfires held, and you really gotta give it. Everyone has their own role on which angle to hold, which angle to watch out for, and no stones are left unchecked.
Well, Fancy better get, digging deep and try to fight back, because once again, Team Secret Academy, they are locked in. Fisio actually gets legged. That should be enough to push him back, right?
Yeah, he has 30 HP left. And you want to keep him alive too. His utility are just one of the most impactful his team really needs to play for retakes or go aggressive. Twilight looking to aggress here forward. Milog does send out his nade, but the one that got caught by his nade is just the clone.
Once again, first 30 seconds of the round, pretty uneventful, but the pressure and the tension is palpable. Long is thinking about being a bit more active towards Garden here, but he doesn't know that there are 3, potentially 4 players looking to rock his stop. But that's the left hook right there.
Annihilation online gets 1 as well, and they try to rush forward. Lloyd Dream Challenges gets 1, but he will fall in that process. As Fisio, yes, I can flood in as well. Parscofield, he did try to put his finger into the cookie jar. Can't happen. And Fancy United manages to bring this to a 9-3 half.
This is where everybody's gonna start talking about
Curses!
what we have. Yeah, but and Milong, I'm not entirely sure how he survived that long when realistically they're Fancy, but Fancy, they are showing signs of life. It is still Raph and Tash on the desk. We get this action going.
Parscofield is 18-8. My god. That's the reason why this guy is a top-rated player for week 1, and I'm so excited to see that he is back on form. Regardless, Milog is going to open it up with the net and also the salvos to come up online. Parscofield did take a bit of chip damage here, and everything that's in the kitchen sink thrown in. And Twilight somehow managing to get control of U-Haul. Needs to give him a bit more space, but Suka, he wasn't trying to equalize here. Throws out the Dizzy, but he somehow, with White Cat, get 2. Wallbang as well, to his name, is phenomenal work as well. As Lloyd Dream, all alone from Heaven's Sight. Chip damage onto Milog, but Twilight shuts him down. Suka, last man standing. Milog and Twilight are both very low here. If we can get the right isolated kills, it could be phenomenal. But Fancy United, they want to try and climb, and to climb, it's the pistols for them.
Well, these first 4 rounds are definitely going to be the most important for both these teams, because that should be the solidifying lead for Team Secret. And if you're Fancy, You want to mount the comeback, you gotta do it now. They are looking to lock in with these weapons. They have a Vandal to work around with. And yeah, you know, hopefully
Players.
Team Secret Academy, they're not gonna be too impatient with this, because sometimes that also happens with some of these teams, right? We're like, okay, we're so close to winning, we're gonna throw everything at the opposition. Lose diligence! See, that's exactly what I mean! What are we doing? It was a read.
Yeah, it was definitely a read. I feel like both these teams are very much mirroring each other, especially last map 2 here. Just executed it better here as well. Twilight does manage to run away with the kill, and so does Suka, so it's a trade for the time being here. Prodigy's position into hookah approach for him, he's not able to run away with that, and Millock quick to shut him down because of that upset. Now you already heard the sound of the TP. What are you gonna do here? White Cat quick to just reflect away, and I think for the rest of Team Secret Academy, the call might be just go down the spike.
Doesn't look like there's gonna be any argument from me or the rest of the team here. We could try and find one with the Sheriff and just kind of damage that economy, but it's just not looking like that's part of the forecast here. Fancy, they also don't want to give too many things, too many guns away, and they're just gonna be chilling. Fancy doing a good job of keeping this a bit more competitive. Bonus round abound. Team Secret have a very good chance of getting to double digits first, but they have to be again locked in for the rest of the rounds. So you cannot give Fancy too many rounds.
Yeah, it felt like Fancy United, especially on Sunset just now. You already gave them 2 rounds in a row, and they started to ride that high, ride that momentum, and they just completely go nuclear. We haven't really seen, you know, huge pickoffs from Fisio like he did in the last round, or BuQ really coming online. So especially on this attack side, this is where you have to really be wary about these 2 players.
Yeah. Fancy, I don't know what they're brewing right about now, but it does look like they're gonna go for pretty much a similar configuration of the previous round. We're gonna default it out up until Team Secret Academy can find a solution, I suppose. 2 stars being invested towards a short. So Fancy, if they see that, they might just waltz away, walk away. Just not commit to this.
White Cat has a nice angle to play with. My question is whether or not he can actually run away with it as well. If you get one pick and just get out. Just the sounds off the drone and the start. The knife at least does get destroyed, so he's able to at least refract away. Boy Dream does get this position, but Millock was waiting for him. Prodigy quickly traded out as well because Fisio starts to really come online. We're just talking about this in between the rounds here. And Fisio is just starting to get real hot right now. Suka, last man standing. And unfortunately for him, not able to do anything. So that round taken quickly away, and Fancy United, they turned it from a 9-3 half and somehow a 3-round deficit.
And now Team Secret Academy are forced to work with these shaky buys. Fancy, they made that round faster than their anti-eco, which is a little worrying. I was also a bit skeptic on White Cat burning that dash immediately, especially when, you know, he had ample time to just kind of fall back, maybe play somewhere hovering, showers, and just get that presence. But again, there was just no staying power. Fancy United just kind of steamrolled through everything.
And that knife confirms that at least hookah is empty here. Nice pop flash forward. Particle Field is in a corner and an island all alone. No one can help him and no one can trade him out. Sprays out through the smokes. Another pop flash just to clear out the far side. Finds nothing. The rest of Team Secret Academy understand the predicament and they don't want to over-aggress. But still, Fancy United, they're looking very aggressive right now. What are those shots coming in from Prodigy and Suka? A call out at that as well. Whatever lead that Fancy United had suddenly crumbles, but it's still not a lot of weaponry to work with. Millock in the corner, rushes up forward here. And Yes I Can tries to make it work, but Prodigy goes huge this round. And the Sheriffs, they make it look so good.
Thrifty.
I was about to say that they might just have to put a little extra attention towards elbow there, because those were where the upgrades were. And sometimes you can't really fault Fancy for trying that. They knew there were Sheriffs. They knew they had the Vandals. Let's push in. Why not? We have one more. Prodigy making sure that the lesser weapons are not going to be a problem whatsoever. One of the first few thrifties of the day. And it was a crucial lifeline for Team Secret Academy here. Fancy
Don't worry, I'll keep
could have gotten that much closer to the lead here. Full on by round. Let's see where this takes Team Secret Academy.
Knife once again finds nothing. Fancy United doing their due diligence. The rest of Team Secret Academy are just waiting on the back lines. They have Lloyd Dream on that op as well. But that smoke isn't doing any favors. Not able to get that very crucial shot.
There.
He's alive. That's what matters. He's relocated
Spike
towards A,
retrieved.
and Fancy so far haven't really taken meaningful map control away from TSA. Yes, I can. Unsure if there's gonna be presence towards A shorts. Already burning the scans. And their pieces of utility towards showers. It looks like they might commit to this.
Oh, here we go. Unfortunately for him, the Annihilation finds nothing, but Parscofield is suppressed, has to wait it out. And he does. Repositions himself all the way here and swings out. Unfortunately, the timing is not so good here. But Cute, unfortunately, gets caught by the net, and Parscofield will be able to take advantage of his situation. Twilight wins his fight. Parscofield gets control of U-Haul as well. Not too sure whether he's not able to get out alive, and he does. Suka gonna find a kill of his own here. Despite the suppression, Lloyd Dream does not win his fight, and Twilight all alone in a 1v2. Trying his best to get for his isolate. Bring his teammate online as well. Breaks the utility, but Parscofield swings. And Team Secret Academy, they're back in the game.
Beautiful stuff here by TSA.
gun?
And
I'll
now
spot
they
you.
are pushing Fancy closer and closer to a map 3 here. Once again, there was nothing inherently wrong with that execute, but once the scramble started, this is where everybody just kind of seemed a little bit off. I like the patience by Team Secret Academy to pull back. They knew U-Haul was going to be safe. They knew there was going to be a flank coming from Suka anyway. So they just kind of held on to those power positions and let the utility do their work. Hopefully this doesn't rile up Fancy. But that's a crucial win.
That is insane. There's just so many rounds where Fancy United actually challenge these ops and get away with it because of their insane wide swings. Suka does put a bit of chip damage onto the players of Fancy United, but it's still not enough to really put that dent onto them.
Oh no. That's going to be a lot of maneuverability being taken away. Mobility for Team Secret Academy that they have worked well with in the past. Just swiped away from them. Our Schofield still has Annihilation. Could equalize this once the executes come around. Once the commitment starts showing itself. He is far removed from this. It's just the rest of his team trying to hold off this bold assault by Fancy.
I'm not sure how White Cat got away with that, but he still goes down. Buku was just so aggressive with his sprays. Buku gets 2 already for his troubles. Prodigy will be the next victim, and he's not done yet. Suka in the wings, in the corner, tries to challenge, walks straight into Buku's crosshair, and Twilight is just waiting for Parscofield on that long lurk. And it's a flawless round. Fancy United take back their momentum.
No heroics this time around to keep TS afloat for that round. But it does look like some of these rounds where Parscofield has to go that longer route just hasn't really resulted into anything positive for them. Fancy, they understood that there was going to be a numbers disadvantage, just went all in. And now Team Secret Academy, they have to replicate that thrifty magic if they want to stop Fancy from taking yet another round on the board here. Suka sees one, he backs out, he knows that's going to be a problem.
Not seeing any more aggression coming in from Team Secret Academy this time. And instead of dry peeking, instead of using bodies to peek this time around, they're actually using the utility to do that. That's information already by the Broken Dizzy.
Uh-oh. Patience again from both sides here. Fancy very aware of Team Secret Academy's willingness to challenge and maybe fight for space. But nothing of that nature is happening. They're leaning a lot towards these stars. some of the smokes, or at least some of the pieces of utility on the map have disappeared. Stealth drone doesn't pick up anything. Fancy still unsure who's defending what.
Parscofield looking to find that crucial headshot that just really lessen the burden for his team in terms of firepower. But Fancy United is playing this very patient right now. Looks like it's gonna be a B-side hit. They do have 30 seconds to go. They have to make it as fast. Midlong with the great opening onto Prodigy, and immediately BQ goes to the backside. Wall bangs every smoke and wall to death. Just provide a bit more space, but somehow Lloyd Dream through the wall gets a nice crucial headshot onto BQ.
Fake teleport.
Still surviving, that's what's important. But Twilight doing a good job of just thinning out those numbers.
Nice off-angle help by Ficio as well here, waiting for the right Lloyd Dream to swing, and unfortunately for him, he's not able to get that crucial shot really early. Parscofield and Suka
Not again.
gets two, wall bang as well. These sheriffs are doing God's work for this team, but thankfully for them, you have Twilight as the last line of defense. And Fancy United, they claw their way to an 8.
Oh, a little worried there. But Team Secret Academy, they have to be happy with how they nearly stole that round away. Again, once the blitz happens, it just becomes gigantic scramble for everybody. Pars Schofield nearly stealing that away, but have to guess, of course, with that annihilation. Twilight, on the other hand, looking to potentially put an end to this madness. Team Secret Academy, they haven't been good off the pause. Hopefully this changes so they can have a chance to go for that map 3. And Fancy, they know this. They might be looking to capitalize on this as well.
It's just unfortunate for Team Secret Academy as well, right? One player not feeling the greatest today as well. But so far, I have to say, their thrifty rounds have been looking really good. Suka as well as Prodigy on these sheriffs. I have to say, God's work. Collat kills, multi-frags, insane headshots. At this point, just keep them on the sheriff, I guess. It's a joke, by the way. I'm not gonna hear anyone in the chat go like, "Oh my god, bronze caster."
I wish I could hit bronze.
I wish I could hit iron.
True. But jokes aside, you know, Fancy, this lead is looking dangerously narrow now for Team Secret Academy. And it doesn't look like they're willing to do their shenanigans. They use that Dizzy to check. Of course, Suka gets it back, but how do they adjust to this? It doesn't look like they're biting on any of these fakes. Granted, Fancy haven't been throwing out too many of them. Style is lurking. You see a little bit of movement towards showers. Both duelists, they really want to go for that early value here. But so far, nobody is showing their hand.
Portal closed.
I mean, Fancy United has been playing a bit more slow here. There we go, a nice high-low. When Twilight shows his hand, he could be, yep, dead.
Oof.
But it hasn't really pulled any rotations here. In fact, this time around for Fancy United, they're trying to go out to B, where there's a crossfire set up between Suka as well as Parscofield.
Spike retrieved.
I still have 45 seconds to work here. And it does look like Team Secret Academy are mostly putting their people towards B. There is a crawl up.
Nice, there we go. The knife hits one. Cute already executing onto that site. Suka spots him, quickly clears him off from the bottom side here. And they have finally sold their snake oil. To A side they go, the TP up because the rotations coming in from Team Secret Academy is just so quick right now. They don't have any control backside A.
Well, they have the hinder available too. But this could be so precarious for Fancy, but it hits nobody.
Yeah, they were already on the site itself. Yes, I can. Trades Lloyd Dream quickly, and the top flash comes through. Finds nothing. They're waiting in the backside here. Parscofield, great opening, but the high-low with them also means the death of Fancy United. And Team Secret Academy, they finally claw back into match point.
Oh boy.
Team Ace.
Looks like we're gonna go to a map 3 here. We haven't seen the off show its head for Fancy just yet. Maybe they're looking to consider that. They do have a Cosmic Divide available, but once again, they narrowly sold that fake. The rotations were just a bit too quick, and honestly, Fishu getting hit
Sound
by the
sensor
hinder.
out.
Kind of griefed the team there. But that flash was stuck in the air for so long, it shouldn't have blinded both of them.
Parsco Field, 24 and 14. The amount of eliminations he's gotten is just so far ahead of the rest of his teammates as well. White Cat immediately breaks that stealth drone as well, and here the top flash comes through by Lloydrick. They were not expecting to play that far forward.
Interesting.
The team is at all. Forced to refract back. Yes, I can. Great opening as well, but White Cat and Lloydrick to follow through despite the first pickoff onto Yes I Can. Last two members trying to find some semblance of control to the site here. Maybe try and challenge U-Haul? But still, this high-low is just very terrifying. Quick strikes all around here. Suddenly it's a 1v3. All alone, refracts forward here as well. And Yes I Can tries to challenge. But once again, the high-low as well as will go to come through. And it's a decisive map win by Team Secret Academy.
Oh my goodness. So we do go for a map 3. It was a bit of a grueling second leg. Both White Cat and Bukute kind of play at the same pace. I mean, they're very aggressive. They like to take early space, get some value or damage down the line. But what I feel, when it comes to the Jet is... Actually, it's kind of like the assault rifle versus operator argument, right? You see a bit more consistency and just flexibility with a neon pick. But... with a Jet, it's a one-time, big-time thing. You get that dash. Once you burn it, you kind of don't have it up until you find, you know, a frag here and there. We'll see how quickly these teams are gonna shut down these debates and try to convince which is better.
Oh, he's gonna play a very, very nasty angle inside of the cave itself here, and you get that value from that frenzy. But the rest of Team Secret Academy were already there and rallying. Even in fact, Prodigy running away with 2. Visio gets the multi-frag, but still, the layers of defense are still very much there. And TSA take the pistol.
Hopefully, as I was saying, with all of the checkpoints that Team Secret Academy have set up, they're going to be a bit more convincing, especially with such a great performance on that bind first half. They did go for a bit of a slump. Hopefully, we don't see that here. Fancy, they've been kind of known to be incredibly aggressive on this map, especially towards mid. But Team Secret Academy, I think they've scouted it out.
Immediate reaction is to just smoke. There's also a trip there on top of that, a cam as well. So not going to be the easiest to break into this defense. But Twilight, he waits, does break the trip. The paranoia comes out, but Prodigy was very much waiting. Inlock trades. Pascal Phil quick to take the backside. Clears out Bukute and Visio as well. But he's very low, 21 HP left. But still, somehow, his repositions, movements all around the entire map has really pulled and pushed Fancy United all around.
Fancy, we do know they're a bit of slow starters, so they're gonna be taking some time to get as much data and tangible adjustment. But once again, the dynamic here is that Team Secret, they're going to have to keep changing it up, especially with that strength in mind, right? And that's a very, very dashing picture of us, Stats. But you know what? Speaking of dashes, we see Bukute hit the slide and a White Cat. Yeah, try to fight his way out of here. Still very lethal though with this outlaw.
Real. Fancy United taking a back seat away. I'm surprised that no one actually died from the initial scuffle. And Suka making sure that no one is really hanging around here. And I think that Fancy United know this, so they're not trying to see, or not trying to show themselves super early as well. And it's a filing range for Fancy United. Gets 2, not before Bukute does get shut down. And this is where things get a bit more interesting. You don't have your duelist to get you onto that site.
They still haven't found their way onto either either of these sites. They have a lot of choices, but Team Secret have done enough to shoot them away. The Sentinels, they took it out. Only one survives, though. And A has been taken.
The site almost for free if you think about it. Prodigy is already low
30
as
seconds
well.
left.
Parsco Field, oh no, knife in hand. Timing is off.
One
Does not check
enemy
his corner,
remaining.
and yes, I can quickly find him. All down to Prodigy. Does have a Phantom, but from the top side there, as soon as his head comes out, it might just spell doom. So I think he understands his predicament and decide to move away. Perhaps bring that gun to the next round would be the call here.
Not really the most impressive bank to build around, but yeah, you have to kind of get as much out of it as possible. Fancy avoid getting steamrolled on that bonus. It did have... Oh, I was about to say, I think Twilight should have had the visual on Prodigy, but Prodigy manages to escape. No chance whatsoever for them to run into each other ever again. And I want to see what ultimates they have available for them. More so on a Fancy side, because honestly, with this reactive play, it could have been slightly better. There are some duels, though, that I feel like could have been avoided. But hey, that's what makes Valorant so fun, right? It is incredibly unpredictable at times.
Still quite an expensive round as well, if you ask me, for Fancy United. Now, coming into this one, both teams locked and loaded with rifles in hand. You have an op for White Cat as well. You wanted to see him be able to come online with this op. He wasn't able to on Sunset, on Neon. My question is whether or not him on this Jet would be a different story.
Who's writing the story, though? What do the writers have in mind? Hopefully we don't get a Spider-Man situation where it's just suffering upon suffering. 3B site is what Fancy have stumbled upon. Team Secret, they don't have that Hunter Sphere that could have made this a lot easier, but they do have that pick.
Yep. Now Twilight's down. 4 more bodies to work with. Mihlog somehow doesn't manage to spot a single member of Team Secret Academy, able to at least deny them that information. So the smokes, he actually peeks out there as well, using his body as a drone, but Fancy United knows this. And Parsco Field does get one, but he's all alone in 1v2. Where to look, where to hold, no. BuQ just a bit more sharper, and Fancy United equalize.
Good sign.
I'm out of
Making
here.
this incredibly competitive. Mind you, this is the first series of the evening. We still have another banger coming our way. Now, a Fancy with that fast pick towards B. Get things going for them. Fight that operator being a bit of an issue. And, you know, we talked about the unfortunate tidings that operator has brought onto the side
Always
of
works.
White Cat specifically.
Go, go, go!
Deeper camp this time around, but it still gets immediately deleted. So instead of just playing around here, you see a more passive approach coming in from Team Secret Academy. But White Cat starts to get a bit more aggressive. Spots the hit, not able to land those shots, so they're just gonna move away here. That ship on the backside is just doing wonders for Parsco Field. I was wondering why it's so far back, and now I know. Specifically just to catch Twilight in the midst of that gate crash.
On more patience from Fancy. They know what these sheriffs can do. They know what these 6 shooters are capable of. They don't want to get dismantled by it. Vishio is looking to hunt some of these squishier targets. He has to be careful. There is a potential timing here. BuQ, I think he senses it. I think he hears it. The back of his neck
I'm so
is gone.
sorry. Yeah, BuQ thought he was able to find the value from that, but he's just out-aimed at this situation. Prodigy can't do more than that, so Vizio quickly takes him out here. Unfortunately for the rest of Team Secret Academy, their positions shall be noted. He knows exactly where everyone is.
30
but the rest of the
seconds
Team Secret Academy here, not knowing that there's one Vizio lurking onto Garage, so Parsco Field quickly falls. And suddenly, it's a C side hit. They've managed to sell this thing again.
Revealing.
so far removed. That's going to be a lot of precious seconds being burned here. And you already see Fancy still actually trying to set up this post plant. They're so scared of that flank. They know what Team Secret Academy is capable of. But that's so much time being burned. I think this could be done and dusted already.
Here is the tap to come forward, and here comes the Hunter's Fury. FCY remaining very silent inside of Garage West. I can trying to see whether or not anyone would just dare to peek out, but time not on their side here. At least trying to get a kill onto FCY, not able to do so. The only thing they can run away with is a gun here. Lloyd Dream able to survive at least with a Vandal, and Fancy United take the lead.
Can't really say who's going to take this map. You know, normally we have a good idea of the opening, but these teams are pretty much even. I think in the power rankings they're only like right next. Actually, they're right next to each other in terms of points, right? If I'm not mistaken. But obviously, it's gonna hold a bit more weight for Fancy because they're still, you know, trying to make their way into the playoff. At least this is gonna be their last spurt.
Yeah.
Secret Academy do have from the shadows if they want to use it to scout or instant rotate, but it doesn't look like anything that's happened in the last 5 rounds is going to curb their aggression. Far forward, everybody is. C and A. Actually, just C mostly looking a little bare.
Loving the fact that Team Secret Academy decides to be a little bit more proactive this time, denying that space onto A lobby. 3 bodies there, and you leave Prodigy on mid to catch anyone lurking.
They've been pretty wary of that. And I think it's been pretty much solved on their end. We talked about how Team Secret Academy, when they have these long lurks, they either attack or defend, it just hasn't panned out for them. But it does look like it's going to be a quick rotation. A lot of traps are going to be set. And this is pretty good timing. The spike still has not been committed. They have a chance at this to deny it.
Oh man, this is a perfect paranoia play to set up Field for success. But yes, I can rallies. He challenges him and FCY 2-1 each. But TSA, their waterfall retake is just so insane, so oppressive that it just chunks out Fancy United from every single angle. And Team Secret Academy, they take the round back.
Oh, response time just a bit sharper for Fancy's liking there. But like you said, that paranoia set everything up. Our Schofield honestly could have gotten more if he got that kill faster, but once again, it's one of those nitpicks, right? They still won the round.
Enemy remaining.
Great movement on everybody's side, but Fancy getting smoked out of their long control.
Revealing area.
Proved to be disastrous. Economy still looking decent from both ends, but Fancy are on the verge of breaking. Oh no, White Cat.
Great opening onto Suka as well. Prodigy, as I can. Milog 1 each as well. It is a bloodbath over onto A lobby. Suka still holding on though. He does still have the drone to work with. He has the shock dart as well. But that smoke allows him to really just rendezvous with his teammate one more time. You have Pascofield, here as well, in case someone decides to just rotate back over onto B. They're just going to wait for it.
He's so far removed again. This could temporarily be a clean 2v2 here. If they can do damage, then could be a chance. They have been outmaneuvered.
They rotate out toward B. Maybe they're trying to go for a flank here. Yep, they hear the plant already.
Flag planted.
Oh my goodness.
Take flight.
The drone comes out as well, coming in from CT side. Hasn't been getting the information, knows where Mihlog is, but not the second. Not sure if they know that Yes I Can had pushed so far out as well.
They're burning a lot of time here. Yes, I Can have the freebie potentially.
No, he whiffed that, and Suka quickly finds him in Parscofield as well. Ah, it's just so unfortunate because Fancy just weren't in a position to play off one another.
Not at all, but this is a lot more tense, I feel like. Looking at how everybody's kind of moving and how much more careful both teams are. As I've said, economy's not looking too great on Fancy's, and they'll have to remedy that by, I think, saving up. At most, they can half buy here. Twilight, Yes I Can, and I think one more member can go for that that half armor rifle buy, but they're gonna be dangerously lacking in the utility department. I think this is like what, the first pause Fancy did this entire series? I could be misremembering.
It is the first one. I was questioning where their timeouts are, but their recoveries are just so good that maybe they don't feel the need To have it? I don't know, man. Anyways, shout out to what do you call that sniffer thing? I know Poisian.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, I forgot what this one is called.
This one's the Hong Tai one, I think.
Hong Tai. Okay, there we go.
I have one that's kind of
It's
nice.
nice.
Gone at this point.
It's more spicy than the Poisian, that's for sure.
So that's how you read it.
You know, there is another word on Thai that I know. It's called Hong Nam.
What does that mean?
Male toilet.
I see.
I don't know
Hopefully
why I
if
know
I,
the name for a male toilet, but anyways.
I hope that's what it is.
It is! I promise you!
Okay. I believe you. Prod will tell me otherwise if it was dangerous to say. But so far, they haven't said anything, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're PG, we're PG.
Cage triggered.
That's right. Fancy, though, they're looking to make this incredibly messy and violent. They want that lead back. Team Secret Academy, they are ways ahead in terms of weapons.
Oh, that dash saved him, and somehow the one who fell is Lloyd Dream. That shot to the head was just so scary. It's a wall bang to Lloyd Dream's head, and White Cat took a lot of damage from that meat grinder of a mid area.
My goodness, everything has just been ground to a fine paste, apparently. Lloyd Dream gone, no Rolling Thunder available, no flashes, or at least the amount of flashes significantly reduced. Team Secret Academy, they keep their rifle on their end, but that's a possibility that they might just have to live with Suka.
This is a dangerous spot for Suka. If he doesn't get that one kill, it could be really scary. Gets his one. Knows there's another one there as well. But yes, I can. That Stinger is just
30
too
seconds
deadly
left.
to work with at that range. Twilight in the smokes. And White Cat, he's just so low. This is a meat grinder. As soon as they push in, they're basically doomed. Now the smoke dissipates. They move away. Prodigy quick opening onto middle log. But Twilight, he's just waiting. Gets an upgrade for his efforts. 4 HP left, and Team Secret Academy now in a situation where they have to really think about it. Maybe a safe is what you want to go for here. Not sure how you're actually going to challenge. Get the first kill. And he is still going to try. Time ticking. But yes, I can was waiting. And this is a thrifty round for Fancy United to equalize.
Oh, yet another thrifty, but this time going in the way of Fancy. Gotta remember, guys, this is essentially a coin toss for them. At least the performance on this map has been of that nature. Yeah, like you said, that early find on Lloyd Dream really did kind of throw a wrench into the plans of Team Secret Academy here.
One enemy remaining.
So, the Stinger from, you know, the find on Suka up onto that hold. Just cannot keep that gun out. And this is, mind you, far from its prime days. The prime Stinger was a problem.
That was not where the trips were. And I have to
Scanning
say,
ahead.
he has a lot of variety of trips. Parascore field. Walks straight to the
Tripwire
site here,
destroyed.
hoping to find something. The trips immediately get broken. He does at least have a cage, but the Rolling Thunder will be waiting to be used. But I think that Parascore field probably hurt the rotate, so decides against actually doing anything about it.
They're trying to crawl up still. They've had a few scuffles here towards garage, and they have their eyes trained on it. No, Pyre Schofield might be thinking this could be a timing, this could be a vulnerability that I could exploit, but does he know the amount of players here? His cam could get spotted out if he even chooses to open or close it. And they have found a way on B. And largely, like, speaking, Fancy have been pretty good on the site specific.
I'm out of here.
Some stray shots through those smokes as well. Fight
Spike
nothing.
planted.
Lloyd looking to just initiate. The Rolling Thunder use great opening onto White Cat, but the Hunter's Fury for Suka does find its mark. Mid log to fall. White Cat walks up, shoots Bucute in the face, domed. And now here comes the retake. The flash is good. Yes, I can waiting in the corner, but it's smoked out. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go here? The sprays. I'm surprised it didn't hit Prodigy at all. But Suka unfortunately killed his teammates by accident, but Suka at least recovers. Suka, what did your teammate do to you, man?
The sacrificial lamb had to be made. A blood sacrifice. Apparently to win the round, and Team Secret So many lead changes here.
Yeah, he definitely had something against his teammate there.
So many funny moments apparently already. We had the knife by Par Schofield. I thought that was really cool. I know we had the TK. But that shouldn't hurt their... Actually, it does kind of hurt their economy. Just a little bit. They can't find a rifle for Prodigy here, so that's a bit unfortunate. On Fancy's end, they have a free walk-in towards C again, if they can scout this out. But Team Secret, they do have all the tools in the world to retake this. They don't have that Rolling Thunder, but they still have the knives if White Cat want to play a bit vertical. And generally speaking, just everything in their tool belt. Bukyut could fall if he walks into the
Double
smoke.
swing! The Prodigy was ready for it! Those are Guardian shots! 2 headshots quickly done! White Cat coming in the right time. That trip is just phenomenal. Trip, sorry. It's the shot coming in from the drone and White Cat takes it in stride!
Good lord. Team Secret Academy looking to build upon another good
No
round.
charges left.
And they should
charges
force
left.
Fancy into an eco here. Dropped a light, but it's fine. Team
That's
Secret
crazy.
Academy did not drop that round.
One enemy remaining.
Look at how White Cat played this. Oh, that movement. Oh, that is a Jet player, man.
Prodigy's doing so well. Crazy transfer there.
Here.
Great adjustment with a Guardian. Could have been a lot easier if he had a rifle, but I don't know, dude. Fancy, weaker weapons. Have stolen a few rounds away before. Can still do the same. Team Secret Academy, we know how feisty they can be when they sense the weak. Mural theft available if they just really want to double down on this win. But Fancy, look, they take a different stance now. They're waiting. Waiting again if there's any pressure coming from B.
We've seen some insane Sheriff shots this game. We've seen a round before from Fancy United where they're able to just completely obliterate Team Secret Academy with just those Sheriffs. And I think that Team Secret Academy want to prevent that happening again. Immediate reaction to those drones, just completely there to chunk it down. And Milog as well took a lot of damage from the initial hold. But they make their way up to sewers. There is Parscofield here. They have the cams and the double trip as well to move on to the side. They broke one, but where is the second here? The camera does get taken out here. He does have the don't have to play as well. Gets those crucial shots. No, he takes a chunk of damage in that process. The trip wire does get broken one more time, but still he wasn't able to hold.
Spike planted.
I was wondering if that was a smart choice, but again, you kind of have to test the waters here and perhaps see what you can really get away with.
Wait,
Don't
hang
think
on.
you do.
That's a shotgun. Only good for one. Sika was ready and quick to trade it out as well alongside Parscofield. Visio, deadly shot to quickly take out that Cypher.
Last player standing.
Visio for 2. Yes, I can. Last player standing.
One
2
enemy
players to 1 inbound. What are these shots to clutch? With only just the Sheriff.
Last
Yes,
round
I
before
can.
the switch.
Oh my goodness.
They got destroyed. Oh my goodness, Team Secret, they try to double down on that hell swing. But yes, I can will provide another round on the board here.
I know exactly.
What a pair of shots.
What a demon, man. Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Valid reaction here. Now Team Secret Academy, they're a bit dazed from those shots being thrown at them, but once again, they have to stay awake. They have to stay alive here. We are close to yet another 6-6 half. Look at this dimensional drift from Twilight. Could be popped. Don't have anything to combo with it, but they can bully their way onto the site.
Feels like they've really read where exactly Parscofield might be. The A, one time that he was on A, mingling his trips that meant nothing at all. A lot of pressure coming to CT, and because of that, White Cat ate a lot of damage. White Cat does have blades to work with as well. Parscofield also has the neural theft to come online, but the timing coming from Prodigy is so good!
One enemy remaining.
And Parscofield was walked on the side, gets 2 for his troubles. Milog tried, but it's not enough to demolish a 5-man army. And somehow we make it here again on this halftime scoreline. A 6-6. Sorry, 5-7. I cannot math. Wow.
It's okay. There's too many things have happened in those last 2 rounds, and I don't actually know what prompted Fancy to leave their flank completely open. It is still a wrap. Hash Bunny on the desk. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It looks like everybody's just gonna get this show going. Lots of presence being shown towards A long here.
1-man army on A. Well, they do have some backup in the far of Bucute there. Bucute is great on the openings, but this time around they're very aware that he might be somewhere close. Reaction to that is just to quickly put up that cage. And TS forced to go on this exploration one more time.
Where does this expedition lead them now? Still can't really find any openings, but like you said, a few scraps here and there. Looking to maybe make their way towards C here, which has been a pretty open site really for both these teams. They're not willing to be that far apart, but that piece of utility breaking should ring some alarms for the defense here.
That's a site completely for free. Shock dart. Ooh, brings Suka solo. Only has 6 HP left. A sneeze and he's out.
Summer Amp could bite him, and he would fade from his mortal coil.
Oh god, that's dangerous. Parsco Field, quick opening onto PCO. Nilog trades. Yes, I can gets one for his troubles, but not the rest. Because White Cat, and Boy Dream get one each. One Dream as well. Bucute tries to play this isolated fights, and he does! The movement is just so sublime! And Fancy United, 1 point to catch up.
Gotta go.
Crazy stuff here by Bucute. And he's been a bit more reserved on this defense, and or at least on that first round. And then he finally picked his chance to explode and absolutely steamroll the rest of Team Secret Academy. This should put them in a pretty good spot, you know, especially with how close the game is. And not just like round-wise, but mentally as well. It's been clutch for Fancy. Obviously, we kind of got crazy over Yes I Can's clutch. Of course, we have one more brought to you by Bucute himself. Can Team Secret Academy do something about this? They have 2 sheriffs in hand. We'll just have to see.
I've seen too many thrifty rounds this game, so I want to see what they're able to come up with. I don't think we've seen an eco round win quite yet. Oh. Heavy pressure back in response of their presence onto garage door here. Rushes up forward here. Bucute set up for success. Sprays the heck out of Parsco Field in the corner. But Lloyd Dream and White Cat, they rally back despite all the damage done. But Twilight, he's run away with 2.
1 enemy remaining.
You know what? Make it 3. Goes aggressive. One more person to worry about here. White Cat at least trying to steal away another kill. Can't do more because Twilight just comes online to deny them a chance to steal away the round.
Drift is dangerously close. Twilight here, despite a slow start. This half seems to be, you know, mostly correcting their mistakes here. There wasn't a lot of presence by Fancy and on grass on that previous half, and it does look like they still run with that same philosophy. They want to control this as much as they can. Maybe, just maybe not allowing
Stay safe.
any legs from garage.
No charges left.
Secret Academy a bit more equipped this time. Looking to pounce towards A, but there's 4 members here. This is almost the entire team. I think it is everybody actually.
White Cat forced to dash out, and Lloyd Dream was there to just rally back. When in doubt, throw out the M1 button, and Bucute falls. The rest of Team Secret Academy, this is huge for them. Able to just make a beeline for Seaside. That's no trips. Don't have to worry about is that Cam.
Blinding!
Ooh. A lot of time to get this plant down. Just have to be careful. They have been denied before, but there shouldn't be a Hunter's Fury to worry about here.
Spike planted.
Sheriff.
Oh, Prodigy is just so quick to find Ficio as well in the garage side. This noticed that those strips now deactivated. Twilight, quick to find Prodigy. Getting a bit too aggressive for his own good. But White Cat, he was to still relinquish or hold his control onto garage side as well. Can't challenge it.
Last
A
player
quick flash
standing.
forward? Nah, doesn't really matter. White Cat is unafraid, not shy at all to swing, but Twilight ready for it. Location known. That's managed to get rid of that dart. But if anything right now, there's no time for him to really work with. A lot of bodies to challenge as well. So the right call, save.
Might be more beneficial in the long run as well. Considering Team Secret Academy are pretty well equipped. But losing only 2 members plus Bleedstorm on White Cat's always going to be a great thing to have. Maybe they could capitalize on how close he is to that. Take the orb away from A, probably the safer choice. Or maybe allow a walk up later on. But like you said, Prodigy was just way too fast. Not allowing any leaks. I think we're getting close to the point where a lot of these fights are gonna end up into just a straight up brawl. Not really seeing too many intricate executes happening here, but
Scanning
I
ahead.
kind of don't really need them as long as you just get proper information. What? How?
Oh, that high-low is just so disgusting to see. Breaks a trip. Pulls rotations away and White Cat somehow wins the initial skirmish. Get 2! Shut down by Twilight, but still damage done. Twilight cannot hold as well because the rest of Team Secret Academy completely flooding as soon as they manage to get that 2 pickoffs.
Take flight.
2v3. Zuko awfully low. Still don't have that spike down, and there is a potential flank brewing here. Crazy dart.
Yeah, yes, they can. Moving away, but Lloyd Dream watches his teammates back.
Got him.
I'm quite surprised at everything that happened. I was so sure Asuka would go down to the shock darts, but he was very much anticipating it.
Oh my goodness. Lloyd Dream is coming alive. And now he has the Rolling Thunder available. Always a problem to deal with. Yeah, like some of these upfront fights just really not working out
Let's
for
go,
Fancy.
baby! Let's go!
But the more they get drawn out, I feel like that's where they kind of shine, right? When these fights happen for too long, when it lingers a little too much, they start getting better. Wow, an immediate like spread towards mid here. Our Schofield could be
impressive.
peeking into 3 again.
White Cat was very much ready for Twilight. He wants to go for another immediate fault line as well. And Farscofield, as the cage goes up, managed to run away with murder. Repositions outside, challenge because he knows there's someone inside of his own cage here.
enemy
Vicio
remaining.
gets one. Nah, Farscofield dancing all around the mid-side area and stealing away lives. That's a plan on to be full control of the site as well.
Now, yes, I can. If he can clutch this, it'll be one for the books.
Can
But
he?
it does look like... I'm sure he'll answer that question.
Yes, he
no.
can't. And it's, unfortunate.
We tried.
Well.
We tried.
Yeah.
We really did.
This second half looks so dominating from Team Secret Academy. We're questioning how it's gonna be, but as soon as that rifle round happened, it's 3 rounds in a row already for this team. On top of that as well, All Academy looking real good for this team
One
as well.
enemy remaining.
No.
Boom! Boom!
All right, we love it. We like it. We like it a lot.
Vibe Merchant, haha.
True. All right. Well, let's see if Team Secret Academy can keep up with the speed and hopefully not run into sudden stop. Fancy. Gotta remember, they have guns now too. So they might just be a bit more willing to walk into these fights. There is a tripwire towards sewers. So there's not much Team Secret can do here without revealing their position.
Just gonna break the trip again. They've already seen this trip in the previous round. PCO this time around,
Shock
unafraid to
dart.
show his hand. The shock darts come through. Unfortunately for them, it does not hit the mark.
But it does not. And I think both teams looking to reset here. They will expend 1 smoke just to keep A short a bit more secure. It is out in the open though, so if there is a flash that comes this way, would be done for. Can fall back. Now we see Fancy slowly but surely funnel their players towards the right side of the mini map.
Off your
Oh,
feet!
there's smoke. Oh, but here we
Rolling
go.
Thunder. Yep. Relay Bolt as well to just deny a bit of time. PCO pushed all the way to the backside, but Fancy United still holding on to the side. White Cat opens up. BQ has not been displaced quite yet.
Last
It's a
player
meat
standing.
grinder from main.
Spike down A.
And all the players of Team Secret Academy fall, leaving Parsco Field to his own lonesome, hoping to find someone to cross here. The one way dissipates with 11 seconds to go. What can you do? Nothing. UQ quickly shuts him down, does not want to wait a second longer. Fancy United, they're back in the game.
Go, go, go! I'm out of here.
A haymaker, potentially a coup de grace by Team Secret. Failed to hit their mark here. They did look pretty good, but once the choke fight just kind of happened, Fancy were just a little too hard to dig out, too entrenched. Hunter's Fury now available for our Vietnamese squad. So now they have even more delay tactics and deny tactics, but they look to be a bit more front-facing again. A lot of presence towards Garage and towards mid.
Scanning ahead. Cover going out.
Rushing forward, making a beeline onto that side as well. Yes, I can tries to get rid of the trip of the scan, but I wasn't able to do so. He's flashed, he's moved, and he falls. Meanwhile, gets away with 2. Moving forward from the depths of Garage. And suddenly, Team Secret Academy, their speed is stopped.
Go, go.
And UQ plays off that. Lloyd Dream wins his crucial fight. 2v3 somehow makes it damn close.
Most important thing here is they still have the spike, and they still have pretty much most of their safe side uninvaded. But there is a Fishio looking to get that backstab going. There are 2 tripwires between Team Secret Academy and Fishio. So once again, they cannot get to A without exposing themselves. So just have to make a mad dash for get that plant down.
30 seconds left.
Playing from sewers here.
Spike planted.
Have to be careful of that lurk coming in from the 2 members of Fancy United. Lloyd Dream is very low right now. Oh, that timing is insane. Barely just missed each other. I'm not sure if Suka did spot him out. I don't think so.
They're so far from each other, but they're in a good spot.
Last
They have a
player
lineup. They
standing.
only have 1. Oh, no.
Suka is one off of the Fury as well, but caught with Util in hand. So Fancy United are going to chain 2 rounds in a row. Could be quite competitive if you ask me.
The spike is
4 pair of rounds here just to keep it afloat for Fancy. Team Secret Academy, hopefully they don't run out of ideas.
no
Because
charges.
now this lead is very close to getting taken away yet again. Hunter's Fury could have been the saving grace there. It was just not meant to be. Early fight, breaking out, and plus a good reset. Now, we did talk about Fancy. I would say having the superior mid-round calling. I think that's been the case, right? If they survive that initial hit, and they can force Team Secret Academy to play a bit of neutral, the veteran presence of Fancy is just a bit too much to overcome.
Yeah. It's something they're going to have to overcome by liking this timing that Team Secret Academy is calling for this timeout, knowing there's a 2-3 rounds in a row already racked up by Fancy United. You gotta break the momentum. They're a very, very momentum-heavy team. Gotta figure out how to deal with the aggression coming in from mid. Gotta deal with these early fights as well.
Oz conversion has been a bit better. It does look like they're trying to keep the vibes up. And having some choice words here. Just to get that winning adjustment. Because at this point in time, right, if you're Team Secret, you're only 3 rounds away from sealing the series away. You're only 3 rounds, but those 3 rounds can feel like forever.
Okay, let's see what exactly
Scanning
is
ahead.
coming about this timeout as Team Secret Academy looking to rack up their speed. Rushes forward here, challenges and sprays the heck out of Yes I Can.
One enemy
White Cat,
remaining.
Lloyd Dream, Suka as well. This aggressive flood play is looking so good in their favor, taking this early aggression, you know, head on. And now there's only a FCY to worry about. He's been known for some multi-frags. But 1v4, a big ass perhaps.
Spike planted.
Goes up here, White Cat waiting, finds the one, goes for two. No, you can't. This particle field's gonna quickly shut him down. Team A's, one each for the players, and finally, Team Secret Academy shut down the momentum.
Looked kind of impressive there. Like, it looked almost impressive. If he landed those 2 shots, I think I would have jumped out of my chair.
Spike
But
planted.
once again, this has been the point that me and Tash have been trying to make.
There.
Team Secret Academy, they have to really double down on these hard hits. Fancy, they're just way too good at adapting. At least in the mid-round to late round. For them to be
Revealing
kept
area.
alive. They're too dangerous.
Aggression will be met with their own aggression. Hunter's Fury used. Midlog and White Cat are just hitting havoc. Red Cat already ran away with 2. The off angle is there, and White Cat shuts down the overdrive before Yes I Can decides to stomp him as well. Now, despite everything, it's still a 2v3. The Euro Theft is online as well, so it does show off the positions of all the members of the team. But it doesn't really matter. Team Secret Academy have other things in mind. Makes a beeline for Garage. Full control of C as well. Cage be damned.
V2, cammed up. Luka has to find a good spot here before he gets spammed, but no, it's not meant to be.
Prodigy is so low as well.
Spike
What nice spam would just take him down here. Thankfully for him, has no clue where exactly the spike is going down. Neural Theft is online. He can use it if he wants to. Throws out the cage. Prodigy, nice high-low held, and FCY sprays. It's good. The shorty comes out. Particle Field goes nuclear, but so does Yes I Can. And Fancy United, despite the break in momentum, they snatch it right back. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a game. We are at 10-11.
Wow, this series has been going on for quite some time now. And once again, it's just the refusal to let this slip out of their hands. Both these teams have already had a story coming into this. Team Secret Academy kind of falling asleep on that first map, while Fancy United getting absolutely decimated are both given a chance for this closer. Timeout on the side of Fancy. Looking to rally back and maybe even push this into overtime. I don't think any of these teams are winning this in regulation.
Crazy stuff coming through here. Timeout coming from Fancy United. Oh, no player cam, huh? Okay, let's talk a little bit about stats here in terms of utility. I mean, Yes I Can is 2 off. He's from the shadows as well. Could be huge if he was able to just really drop a paranoia, TP backside, or just really displace his team for just a little bit. Mihlog's, the Hunter's Fury, has been phenomenal as well on those multi-kills and just really giving a bit of space for his teammates to take. But on the flip side, you also want to talk about White Cat. Crazy on those multi-flags. He looks a lot more comfortable on this jet.
Maybe that could be the, deciding factor, because sometimes no matter how skilled the player is, if there's actual discomfort with the pick, we're just really not going to see all of all of that player at display. Team Secret Academy, wonder what they're brewing here. Does look like we have a pause in the action here, Tash. The clock is not moving.
Tech pause? Raf cursed?
How is that me?
It's always you, Raf. Come on now.
That's not true. See?
The denial. That's not true.
You see? Ooh, when I said it was not true.
Okay, Raf, you made your point.
Get out of
Okay,
my
I'm really
way.
curious to see what exactly is the answer for that this time around. White Cat blades out. Decides to wait it out here. So many bodies right outside the smoke.
Yes,
Dimensional Drift is just gonna break everything they've worked so hard for as well. Hunter's Fury used, and everyone just completely rushing away. Buku just playing off the information that they have. Mihlog as well. Insane kill with that Hunter's Fury itself. The rest of the team scatter. They still haven't found out where Farsko Field as well as Lloyd Dream are. And they are going for a hunt.
Well, they have an idea.
I'm out of here.
Here comes the rush forward.
One enemy
Hasn't seen
remaining.
anything quite yet. Twilight wins
Spike
that last
down,
fight.
attacker
Legend here
spawn.
alone. Tries to challenge the kills! But Cute just faster. What a round. It never even left attacker side.
They got boxed in. And Team Secret Academy burn, I believe, their final timeout. Just to address this issue here.
Miss me?
Fancy, I think this is by
Last
far their
player
most
down.
aggressive
Attacker
play
spawn.
of the evening.
You know what's insane? It's just the fact that when you look at this team just now, like, I think that for Fancy United, they understood that Team Secret Academy want to play aggressive. The smokes were there, it's a bit more deep, but somewhere within those smokes there's gonna be someone. So in order to counteract that and make sure that no one is there, that dimensional drift threw everything away that they have set up against Fancy United. And suddenly, the flood, the information, the reaction to that information, Fancy United just completely shred. And Team Secret Academy now stumped.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you get thrown something that really wasn't in the rhythm, you're gonna be completely confused. And I think that's what we saw from Team Secret Academy there. Talking about it, what can they do to maybe stop that sort of set play if it were to happen again? But they just really don't have the luxury of a good economy right now. They have 3 sheriffs, a stinger, and a vandal to kind of play around with. They would have loved to have that blade storm for a round exactly like this, but again, they have to muster something here. 11-11.
Make a wish, Raf.
I'd like to have
Cover going out.
chicken.
Yep. Ooh, great opening by Twilight here. He goes for 2. And the
Spike down
crossfires are
mid.
just so massive. Team Secret Academy get completely shredded. Suka very low as well. Moves away. Tries to find a different point of entry to that site. But Mihlog right outside waiting for them. There's a strip here as well. All information known, sends a drone up, and Prodigy waits. They marked 1. They know exactly where Suka is as well. All they have to do is just wall back the step. And yes, I can already waiting for them in the wing. Suka, where can you go? Pincering Team Secret Academy. 1 point away
Match
from
point.
victory. Team Secret Academy, you just had this timeout. I'm waiting for this answer.
Vandals now in hand, but they need to just band down the hatches here. The seas are gonna get tough. You know, we are in dangerous waters here. Look at that, Fancy body language wise, they are ready to take this one home.
Come into the
Team Secret Academy. Focus up, they have to lock in. They're a bit
Revealing
worried
area.
about that early play here. A lot of early pieces of utility being bounced around. Bishio destroys that recon vault. Gonna give them some sort of confirmation that there's a bit of resistance, but they don't want to get boxed into it. They now put Par Schofield, go for maybe late insert here towards B.
Shot done.
Short dust is to clear out any
Camera taken out.
trips. Now it's a reposition one more time for Team Secret Academy. Lot of question marks. Which angles to clear? Where to hold? And you have Twilight once again with that opening pick. Gate crash, faked. A lot of misdirection coming through, and Prodigy TP's all the way onto C site. Managed to sidestep one of the utilities. Moves
Oh, wow.
away. Hasn't seen anything quite yet. Full
Garage is
control
still
the side as
occupied.
well. Yeah, Minlog is there. Nice angle held,
no.
finds Prodigy, right timing there as well.
Spike
But White Claw
planted.
challenges, yes I can, is here. The layers are looking damn good right now for this team. Wondering who wants to swing, the timing is just so much better for yes I can. Spots his shoulder first, and Fancy United, a decisive round win for this team to take down Team Secret Academy.
That was close. That was such a close game up until Fancy United put the Jets on. Turned it on its head.